So this little area here is a kind of chill out zone for people because, as you know, the World Cup's on. I'm at E3. I've kind of shown you a bit of the EA booth and area. Hopefully I'll get an opportunity to come down here, sit on these nice comfy seats and watch a bit of the footy, although I suspect I'm going to be doing lots of demoing instead. But whilst I'm here, I thought I would answer some of the questions that have been entered on Facebook. From a guy called Corey Wright. Will manager mode be fixed and will there be local matchmaking for online play or dedicated servers? So with regards to manager mode, Corey, I'm not actually allowed to talk about what we have done, but we have done quite a lot of stuff in that area this year, and we'll be divulging all of the improvements to online play around about July, I guess, maybe a bit later, but I'll make sure we post details on Facebook for you, Corey. Thanks for the question. Then we have Eugene Tan. Eugene asks, will we see more playable countries as seen in World Cup, and also will we see more player models? Unfortunately, we won't be adding more countries to the game. However, we've done a lot of work on our player models this year as part of Personality Plus. We've added 9 base geometries and a few special cases this year for the player models. And I think in the video that was posted on Facebook on Monday, if you follow the Mike Day section with art, you'll see how we generate pretty much an infinite number of player models off of those base geometries by sort of changing the shapes of the arms, the legs and the player body types. So we're pretty able to support any kind of player models, so you should see quite a few differences in the players there. Tudor Stanescu. Well, this is a long one. I might be dim, but this Personality Plus doesn't seem to add much of anything to the game. Campbell's a slow dribbler and Arshavin fast and nimble in FIFA 10 as well. Just because they don't attach a label to it and simply reason it's on account of the attributes doesn't mean it's any different. So it is quite significantly different, Tudor. We've done a lot of work this year. The overwhelming sensation when you were playing FIFA 10 was that the kind of speed and the strength of the players mattered the most. And yes, I used an example in my office showing off those two players because visually they're both very different, and last year they weren't so different at all. They actually used the same kind of locomotion styles. This year we've actually implemented specific animations for those players, and indeed Personality Plus goes just far beyond just dribbling. We're talking about tackling coverage, the ability for different players to actually be able to stretch out a foot to be able to tackle another player and spot where the ball's going based on their tackling attributes. We're talking about defensive and attacking work rates, players like Wayne Rooney being able to track back more frequently and chasing the ball down, whereas other players might not. So it's not just about passing, it's not just about shooting, it's not just about dribbling or positioning or defending or goalkeepers being able to read the play of the ball. It's all of those things combined. It's about the animations that support them, the improvements to the physical elements of the players. They actually look more like themselves, as well as also facial animations, hair, pretty much anything that you can think of to do with an individual player. That's stuff we're doing this year. So yes, there was some personality based in a fairly kind of generic way in last year, fast, run faster, slow, run slower. This year it's very much about the individual personality. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so that just about wraps it up. I need to get back to the EA area and do a practice with Peter Moore for our little press conference thing we're having a bit later on in the week. I'm hoping to be able to find a bit of time maybe on Thursday to do this again at the end of E3. So keep those questions coming on Facebook and I'll do everything I can to answer them. Cheers, guys.